Well, the 2025 NASCAR season is almost over. We have 5 races left, but before we know it, the 2026 season is going to be here. We'll get to that in a second, but for right now, we'll touch a little bit about the Bank of America Roval 400 coming up. So Kyle Busch is here to talk with us. You know, that is a very unique race. It is a road course race. I know that you have some success there. Tell us a little bit about what you like about this race coming up.
Yeah, the Roval is different. You know, it's not the typical mile-and-a-half racetrack there at Charlotte Motor Speedway running the oval. We actually run the road course through the infield, you know, a little parking lot action, you know, but it's all speed. You've got the high banks and 170 miles an hour through the high banks, but then also the slow 30-mile-an-hour turn getting back up onto the racetrack. So any kinds of difference of corners, we got it there for that one. But it's been a good racetrack for us. I finished third there a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, I want to break through and get that win this time.
Absolutely. What's it going to take to get that win?
You got to be good. You got to have good strategy. You got to have a good car. You got to have good brakes, and you got to keep the tires on it. So the softer tires this year that Goodyear's had for us, you know, we've been wearing those out quite quickly. And so, you know, you got to keep it under control. And
you're a guy that often spoils a lot of playoff runs for these guys. This is an elimination race coming up. When you are able to do that, just take us through your mind.
I mean, you want to win any race that's out there, right? But especially when it's in the playoffs. And unfortunately for us, we're not in the playoff race. So to be able to go out there and play spoiler, hey, we love doing that. You know, we want to be able to check off the win column for us. And of course, our fans love that as well, too. We've got a great sponsor with Cheddar's. And whenever we win a race, everybody gets free Cheddar's on Monday, the free number 8 special with the chicken tenders. So we want to get people to eat.
Absolutely. Who doesn't love free chicken tenders? Like you said, you're not in the playoffs, but I know you're already thinking about next year, and you are going to make those playoffs next year. And the Clash is where things are starting at Bowman Gray Stadium. It is coming back for its 2nd straight year. Last year it was your first time racing there. What did you think about that course?
I thought it was interesting. You know, Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. I mean, what a small, tight racetrack. You know, and you take the green flag and you're already bumping doors with somebody down the front straightaway. You know, so feelings got to be put aside for that race because it's all so tight. But you know, this new car that NASCAR has, it puts on a really good show at the tighter racetrack. So we were a little skeptical of it at first, but man, this year at Bowman Gray put on a great race. You know, NASCAR's favorite boy won. You know, Chase Elliott won the race, so that was really good for the many fans that were there that were Chase Elliott fans. But I tell you, the tickets have gone on sale at NASCAR.com, and of course, you know, last year the tickets for that race sold out really quickly. So with already 50% of the previous year's ticket buyers renewing for this year, there's not a lot of seats left. So everybody wants to check out and get their tickets. The race is going to be January 31st, February 1st. Great weekend of racing there with some local stuff as well as the Cup stuff. So I'm excited for it. It was a great time last year. Why not make it better this year?
Well, you know, they call it the Madhouse. Obviously, you got to experience that firsthand. I'm genuinely curious. Can you actually hear the fans so much louder there compared to other tracks?
You can, and what's really cool is like when we all pushed our cars out for pre-race in order to kind of set up where we're all at on the grid. I mean, you're walking out with your team, you're pushing your car, and you are 5-10 feet away from fans just right on the fence, you know, yelling at you, cheering for you, pulling for you, dogging you a little bit maybe.
Oh,
so
sure.
There's some of those out there. Maybe Denny gets a little bit of the most of that nowadays, but lots of love from Rowdy Nation, so we want to make them proud. We want to win that thing.
Well, and you know, that adds an extra element for you guys to have the fans so involved. You mentioned all the pushing and the bumping into each other. You got to experience that firsthand in the heat races. What was that like, you know, when you are trying to pass in such a tight track? How difficult was that?
Really, the only way to pass is to make contact, you know? I mean, everybody's running around there, similar pace, but if you get an opportunity to get into the corner on somebody, you're going to take that bomb and you're going to make that move. And a lot of times the move's coming from behind you, and it might not even be the guy behind you. It's 2-back or 3-back who they're making dive bomb moves on guys in order to get to the inside of them, and it just sort of accordions forward. And so that happened to me a couple times where I think I was 3rd forward from the guy behind hitting me, and that's who got us into a mess with, I think it was Justin. Yeah, exactly, Justin Haley. So we made a little mess there.
Then it happens, you know, that's part of racing. It makes it fun. You know, 2nd year back there, you got a little taste of what it's like. Is your approach going to be any different coming into racing at Bowman Gray this season?
A little bit, yes, because last year we kind of learned a little bit of the tricks to the track and sort of what problem areas there are. There's The track was actually recently repaved, but there's a little bit of a bump out of turn 4, and that kind of seemed to be a problem area for us. So we want to go back there next year, not having problem area. We want to be fast, and so working in turn 4 is going to be our biggest thing.
Absolutely. Kyle, I appreciate it. We are looking forward to not only the rest of the season, but the beginning of 2026. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks.
All right, the Clash is where NASCAR 2026 is kicking off right here in Winston-Salem at Bowman Gray Stadium.